Now that you've written the body and summary for your presentation, you're ready to write an opening based on the content that now exists. When you open your presentation, you have less than 30 seconds to grab people's interest. People expect you to grab their interest right away. Think of how internet ads begin. They get right to the interesting stuff first. It's the same with movies. Often there's action right from the opening scene. Take James Bond. You get 7 minutes of heart-pounding action and then the introductory credits after that. That's what people expect. Audiences want you to deliver what they want to hear right from the start. So be prepared to open with interest. During your opening, your audience are not only deciding if your presentation is interesting, they're also deciding a couple of other things. They're deciding if they like you and if they agree with your message. And they're trying to work out what to think about what you're saying. So you have an opportunity to do 3 things in your opening. The first is to grab their interest by talking about stuff that really matters to them. The next thing is to build rapport by making opening statements that they can agree with. And finally, get everyone on the same page by setting the scene so they know what to expect and even what to think about it. Here are some techniques for doing all 3 things. Technique 1. This is my what's in it for me structure. It has 3 steps. Outline the audience's needs and problems, explain what they'll leave with, and then explain where you're going to start the presentation. Here's an example of how I can open the fitness presentation. Today, we're all busy and we have trouble finding time to focus on our fitness. We need a plan that's easy and effective. Today, you'll learn strategies to get results in less time and with less effort than you even thought possible. There are 3 parts to this: food, exercise, and mindset. So let's start with food and how you can use it to your advantage. Now, that example grabs the audience's interest by answering the "what's in it for me" question straight away. But it also builds rapport by making the statement, today we are all busy and have trouble finding time to focus on our fitness. We need a plan that's easy and effective. You see, everybody can agree with that statement, especially because they're all there at a presentation that is fitness for busy people. So by getting people to agree early with a statement like that, you build rapport and influence while gaining their interest at the same time. Another technique is the big statement. Make a big statement like Martin Luther King opening I Have a Dream. He said, "I'm happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation." And that's a pretty big statement. The next technique is to draw a roadmap for people of where your presentation is going. Steve Jobs did this well when he gave his commencement speech to Stanford University students. He opened by saying, "Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it, no big deal, just 3 stories." That had the effect of making it really clear where the presentation was going, but didn't give away too much. So it kept it interesting and it kept our attention because we wanted to hear more. Other techniques for opening with interest are to open with a story, open by asking an engaging question, which you then answer, open by revealing your key idea, open with an interesting statistic or fact, open by asking the audience to imagine something. If you need some inspiration on what to say, try this. Imagine someone from your audience going back to work and telling a colleague about your presentation. Then ask yourself, what would they say the presentation was about? The answer will often be a simple summary of benefits of the presentation to them. If you brainstorm this a few ideas, you can often come up with some great opening statements for your presentation. Opening with interest will show your audience you know what is important to them, and this will put you in a very persuasive position for the rest of your presentation. So go ahead and try some of these techniques and make them yours to open your presentation.